Lesego was appointed by the president.
Facts.
What did Lesego do before politics? What showed that she was really, really competent for the job?
Dad.
You guys will be surprised. My dad does not like to talk politics.
With you?
With me.
What do you guys talk about? Girls? Gaps to the B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? And welcome to another episode of The Juice 2.0. Appreciate you so much for stopping by. Returning subscriber, you're amazing. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click subscribe, do the right thing, let the family grow. We're coming to you all the way from Icon Barbershop right here in Airport Junction. These guys are amazing. Come over here, get your hair cut, look clean. Ladies, come get your hair did. They're opposite F&B next to the casino upstairs. Don't say I didn't put you on game. Plug life. Okay, forget the plug. But come over to Icon Barbershop. They're open Monday to Monday. And they got some of the best stuff, man. Some of the best barbers. And the ladies over here give you massage as well. It's all the right deal. The package is full. You come over here and do it. And in case you're wondering who's got me dripped up for this episode, Revelation Couture. I don't know if you know how to spell couture, but yeah. Check them out at Revelation_couture on your Instagram. Big shout out going out to them for this amazing pieces of swag. You know what I mean? I'm dripped up and it's God's club. You know what I mean? Making Jesus Christ famous. That's what it is. Today's episode is nothing short of amazing. It's going to be super interesting. I got some of the hottest people that you got to look out for. This gentleman is... definitely next in line. He is definitely next in line as far as leadership, as far as, being in power one of these good days. I'm talking about an SRC president from an institution. I'm not too sure if we're supposed to mention that. Apparently not, right? But he's also a business young man. Ladies love him. He tried a little bit of singing from the videos that I saw. Ladies were screaming like, take me, Loago, take me. He's all that and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, such an honor and such a privilege that I'm even here to sit down with this gentleman for a conversation around politics, around family, around business, and around everything else that you want on the Juice 2.0. Without further ado, I need you to put your hands together for my brother, the next in line, Loago Saleshando.
Too good to me. You're too good. It's an honor for me to be here.
Yeah?
And I don't talk about this, but I've wanted to be on the pod for like 2 years now. I've got a whole journey of how I ended up here, actually. It's a pretty interesting story.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Let me tell you.
What had happened?
Here's where we start.
Yeah.
One of your first episodes comes out, still at Gabs, that facility.
Yeah.
With Michael Hawker. And he tells a great story about him doing the piercing. You know the story when he says he's doing a piercing and Shorty says, come finish the job. Remember that story? Okay.
I was like, yo, Hawk, bro, this is happening with the clients as well.
Exactly. So now I discovered the juice. I say, oh my God, I have to be on this podcast.
Yeah.
Cool. I realize you're on another radio station and I say, okay, I figure out what your show is. I'm listening and I call.
No.
And I say, hey man, this is 2 years ago still. I say, Gabs FM doesn't play the best. Oh my goodness.
No.
They don't play the best music. You do. In fact, TKay, have me on the podcast. You say, hey, man, shout out to you. Just brush me
Oh,
off.
my
Okay,
God, bro.
And then I see you in the mall one day at the fields with my boy, Khabo Patwe. Shout out Khabo Patwe.
Yeah, big shout out. The flute guy, the sax guy. Yeah.
I'm seeing you. I'm like, oh, my gosh, TKay, come on, see me, bro. Like, now I started TikTok. You have to know my face. Nope. TKay is like, hey, what's up, bro? Okay, cheers.
Oh my God. How come I don't remember all of these things?
Hey man, there's only one podcast in the whole Botswana that I've wanted to really be on since the beginning. And so one day I'm chilling after a long day at home and the text comes in, bro, you need to get on the card. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll do it.
This is it. But you know what? You were super nonchalant about it when I dropped you that SMS, right?
Yeah.
Because, with the background, I would have hoped like, oh my God, fire emojis. Finally. No?
TK,
Okay.
I'm not a princess.
Okay, yeah. But I appreciate it, man. I actually didn't know that you checked it out the way you have.
No, really, I have.
Someone, Tabs, told me that you're checking out the Juice 2.0. I was like, oh my goodness, this is dope because I regard you as one of the most important people so far, as young as you are in the country, simply because of what you stand for. You know what I mean? So for you to be checking out the Juice 2.0 and then I got to find out, I'm like, yeah, we doing the right thing.
This is a match made in heaven.
So we had to bring you here, man, obviously because, first of all, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate you so much. You seem like a very busy dude from what I see. And so for you to, make some time out of your busy schedule and come over here and for a chat, I appreciate it. I called you here for a chat because, dude, you have been on social media saying all the right things, be it on politics, be it in the finance sector, finance scheme of things. And I felt this is a young dude. Every other young kid is out there. Get him in my brother. Get him in my brother.
Hey, that's a fire trend, though.
That's a fire trend. We should probably do that.
No, real after this.
Yeah, we could, right. But not that that is wrong, but you are on the other side of things, and you possibly do all those other things too, and you mix it up and it works. But you have that side of your politics when you get on your TikTok. You're encouraging young Botswana to do this, to think this way. And when it's the finances, you're also encouraging them to do this, think this way. And I felt, look, it's very important for you to come over here and share what kind of person you are, what kind of background you are coming from, and just for us to appreciate you. So thank you very much.
No, thank you for the opportunity too, TK. Yeah, man.
I appreciate
I'm trying to not be someone's son. Guys, the only son, I'm God's son. I'm God's son. Anything after that is me. I'm not under anyone's.
Yeah, too late, buddy, too late. But when I first saw you today, because this is an official meeting, right? We just started cracking it up, bro.
No, real.
Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. How was it for you first time bumping in?
I mean, TK, I feel like we might be soulmates.
I think so, bro.
Yeah, like
I think we
need to talk about this.
Can we find out?
Yeah, I think so. Like, we got a lot of time to find out.
Right. But yeah. How was it for you?
It was really okay, man. Like, so I've been in a very privileged position in my life to. This I'll admit, because of my dad, I come across some pretty big people, and so if I've seen someone only on camera and I think, what a person. Right. I've got enough experience with people like that to know that, hey, man, there are also people when you get to meet them. It's really okay. Like, there's no problem in meeting your heroes. You don't have to.
Yeah.
That's why it's natural too. In fact, when you came with the offer, I went into business mode. I said, I'm in control now. He's asking me to be on the phone. Let me not be hard to get.
Switched it up quickly.
Yeah. No, but it was great cracking up. Speaking with you earlier, though. Like,
I mean, hey, it's levels to these things, right? No. So speaking of hard to get, is this how the ladies are around you? Hard to get?
Hey, man, I've got an interesting relationship with women.
Yeah.
Because I believe I'm a product of my past. Some people are going to listen to this and hate me because of what I have to say after this, but listen, no woman is entitled to me except for my mother. So I'll say it anyways.
There you go.
The women are, not hard to get, but then again, women have one problem in my life. And I'm not talking about grown women. I'm talking about my 2K.
Right.
They're crazy, TK. It's the worst thing. And I was speaking about this with a police officer the other day, a married police officer. He says, your generation, you guys, I don't know what you're going to do because it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's really so bad. So I've had my fair experience of craziness.
Of course.
I've had, they hacked my TikTok.
Oh, no.
20,000 followers, 1 million people reached in 60 days, gone. And I started again January this month.
Are you kidding?
It became a whole police case.
Why were they hacking you? I mean, you're obviously Loago Saleshando's son, so maybe there's something to do with that. But why else do you think they were hacking into your TikTok?
I had some sort of personal relationship with a young woman, and that had to come to an abrupt end. And when she found out that I was indeed a free man and had no interest in her again ever whatsoever, she said, I can't handle that. And she hacked my TikTok.
It's wild.
And my TikTok is the hub of my public speaking career.
Of course.
That's where I get my gigs from for public speaking.
Yeah.
In fact, last night I got an email still to say, hey, man, from an international brand, we're going to pay you. How much do you charge for video? Missing out on those opportunities because I had to start again this month in Jan.
That's crazy.
We're at 3,000 followers though.
I mean, yeah, it's growing. I saw it yesterday when I was busy stalking your page because I had to get ready for all of this. But I surely hope that comes up quickly. I mean, the numbers on your TikTok. I saw you singing at BAC, one of those good days, serenading the ladies. But what song was that?
I said, wise men say, and they were like, ah!
They were screaming.
No, but TK, they're not screaming for me. They were screaming because they love the track. I'm not like you.
Right.
I've seen you around town.
Yeah, it's levels to these things.
I see you. I see
When
you.
I walk around, the ladies scream for me,
Yeah, no,
not for the podcast, for me.
after the podcast. Yeah, I get you.
No, but look, when that happens, does that feel like a refreshment time, time out of the busy schedule? What are you doing that for? And is that like a merge of the busy Loago and then the, other stuff?
Well, I do find that I get overwhelmed with a lot of the work that I do, but
Yeah.
I get very calm and relaxed every time I get an opportunity to do something like that, because that is a genuine place for me to connect with those that I represent at that institution.
Yeah.
And they took it so well, and that day was a great event. So I was so just. I love love, you know? And when love is it, that love is a love. The song that I sang is a love song too. So
It's a ballad, it's a beautiful song.
I'm just so happy to be able to do things like that. That's definitely a big break for me.
Do you get a lot of attention, special lot of attention, because you've Loago Saleshando and you're his son, from the ladies, that is?
No one cares about that.
Really?
What? Yeah.
Cap.
I'm telling you.
Cap.
No, it's more the guys. When I I used to go to high school in Joburg.
He said it's more the guys.
when I got back I went to Westwood, and I was the new guy in like Form 4, and I'm meeting everyone, and everyone's like, "What's your name?" I'm Loago. And then someone comes to me towards the end of the school day, and they say, "Are you Loago Saleshando?" And I go, "Oh yeah, that's me." And they say, "Is your dad?" And I say, "Yeah, that's me." And they go, "Oh my goodness!"
Right.
Hey man, the girls have already left class to go home. They could not care less. So yeah, it's only really, I must say, it only really came when I became SRC president. Then you start to see things change a bit, because I mean, maybe it's the status, but I don't think there's any status in that job. So
but I'd like it for you, man. It seems to be happening a lot with the attention from the honeys. But let's talk about the more important things that I really want to tap in from you. Because you're very, very sharp when you're speaking, which is obviously why you've branched into public speaking. I think your communication skills are super, super amazing. I'm going to try and find out where you get all of that from, because we want to encourage some of these young kids who might be inspired by you, and you can tell them like, "Yo, it's very easy to do that. You can get it by doing 1, 2, 3, right?" But it's a new government. Yeah? Are you excited or not? What's the feeling? What's where we at?
I'm excited for the country, not for the individuals in government.
Okay.
Because I love Botswana, and I love to see the fact that our democracy has matured. We now know that we can elect a whole new set of people into government.
Right.
The country we won't lose our country. Now the problem is that the people that now are in government sort of were so untruthful in their way to get there, which is my problem with the government, which is why I'm not excited for them, but I'm excited that our country is maturing, knowing that I now have hope in 2029 we can have a new government.
Right.
Because I feel very offended on behalf of Botswana if they're told during a campaign season, 1,800 pula, your grandparents will sit home, the exact words, and I'm quoting someone here, word for word, sit home after you vote, because you know that on the 30th you're getting your 1.8. You can't do that, and then the 30th comes, you're quiet. And then the 30th of the next month comes and you're quiet. It's not okay.
Right.
So for morally, and people defend this on Facebook all the time. Gosh, TKay, this will make me go on a rant. But it's really just not okay. You can't settle for what we are being subjected to right now. If a politician is to come and say, 30th of November, I'm going to do this for you, the country should not say, no, but it's okay, give him time. No, he literally said what he said.
Right.
There's no excuse for it.
So you don't agree with the fact that maybe let's give them 100 days. It's not been 100 days yet.
Getting very close, dangerously close.
Getting very close. I listened to someone who was saying, let's give them a complete 100 days and let's find out what would have happened after the 100 days. You don't suppose anything would have happened after the 100th day?
We're nearing 100 days. Nothing significant has been said.
Okay.
Only the fact that we've recently seen the 4,000 trophies thing, right? But here's the deal.
Yeah.
What did the president say when he was campaigning?
Right.
He said the lowest person in our socio-economic society should be paid 4,000 pula. He didn't mean I'm going to give you a cow worth 4,000 pula. I'm not going to give you an iPhone with 4. You're going to be paid 4,000 pula.
4K, right.
So now for Choppies to come and say, we're going to give you 3,200 pula plus a 400 pula voucher. Like, guys, come on. That's not what was. And then Choppies was strategic. They tried to say, this is not we're not doing this on behalf of the UDC. This is not this is us on our own, right? You can't do that when the president himself comes to launch this thing and then they also slogan it #promise kept. That's exactly a UDC promise that they're looking at here. So it's wrong. A lot of tricks are being played on the country, which is not okay. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It genuinely offends me because when people say, but it's okay, politicians are liars. No, politicians don't have to be liars.
So a lot of what's been going around as well through dialogue is the fact that some people feel that the new government is not so far apart from the previous regime. It's just possibly the colors that have changed. But if they're able to not do certain things that they promised they would do as quickly as they're in power, what makes them not so different? What makes them not similar to the previous? What do you make of that?
Okay, we're getting into the good business.
Oh, okay.
I'll say this. Not everyone is bad in this whole team that is in the government now.
Yeah.
What's different about them is that some of these characters actually care. I'll tell you this right now, and I'll be very blatant. The Vice President and Minister of Finance, that's my guy in the new government.
Okay.
Because he's genuinely trying. I see it.
Right.
Look, they say he's an economist, and I fault him because when they were making the UDC manifesto, where was he?
Yeah.
There was no track record of an economist being present when they were drafting it.
You definitely checked it out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But since getting into office, some of the things that I really, really found offensive, like the vegetable import ban, which was really hurting some poor Botswana people in fairgrounds. If you buy fresh chips and fat cakes, those ladies they're really struggling because of that vegetable import ban and the
lack of potatoes.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what that does to the price of potatoes.
Right.
And Daba genuinely cares. And so that's why he says, okay, look, there's genuinely corruption. We're coming after it genuinely. The BDP never did that.
Right.
We're genuinely looking after your low-income households by getting rid of this vegetable import ban brought in by the BDP. So in those few ways, you get glimpses of the beauty of some of the characters in this new government, which is how they're different from the guys before. So that's my take on that.
What about the DTEF payment of loans back? How do you feel about that?
Look, as a Botswana, know, Botswana at some point
Also, do you want to explain to somebody that may have not seen the headline what it is really?
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
So as university students, if you're sponsored by the Department of Tertiary Education and Financing in Botswana, you get to go to university. They will pay for your semester tuition fees. On top of that, they will also give you a monthly allowance.
Nice.
A living allowance. And every semester, you even get a book allowance. They are just throwing money at you to finish your studies. A privilege that is not afforded to, I don't think, any other country in the rest of the world.
Nope, not at all.
So when you sign a contract to be awarded these privileges, the deal is that you pay it back once you find employment.
Yeah.
We all sign that. So for those to sign and then say, but no, we should... Guys, it's your national duty. It's actually selfish because you know what happens if we don't pay?
What happens?
The fund is supposed to self-regulate. Those that are paying back the fund are also paying for those who are being paid for, right? If we don't pay back, what if our children don't get to be awarded the same privilege? So as a Botswana, it's the right thing to do. Think of it like that.
Yeah.
But I do hear the other side of the story. People say, but look, because of your economy, a lot of us with high qualifications are settling for jobs far underneath what we're qualified for.
Exactly.
So we're not even being paid as much as we should be too. Half of us were also unemployed. So where are we going to get the money to pay this back, really? I get where the tension is. So I'm really hearing both sides. But however, it is the right thing to do as a country. We do have to pay the loan back. We all signed the contract.
Of course. It's a signed contract. A person on Twitter at some point said, I'm not going to pay it back. And then somebody brought the contract issue up. It's like, yeah, I mean, buddy, you signed it. It's an obligation. You're going to have to do it. In the event that you don't do it.
Exactly. Like, I mean.
It is what it is.
It,
So take me back to the time where you could learn that the UDC really did it this time around. Election time, results are being read out. Take me to the actual real authentic of how you felt when it was happening. Because, man, B-Dub was shocked.
No, really.
Pleasantly so, by the way. Like, oh my God, is an opposition party going to take up? But how did you feel?
I felt And keep in mind, I'm going to tell you my for those listening, I love this country.
Right.
I love everyone that wants to be in leadership. So this is not me.
Is this a disclaimer? Is this a disclaimer?
This is not me. Okay. I love this country. I'm a Motswana, not a politician.
Right.
I'm not okay. Just before the election, we had come pretty fresh from the presidential debates.
Right.
At that point, the country was pretty hot. I don't know if I was in a bubble, but from what I was subjected to, I was seeing that the BCP presidential candidate is ahead after the debate.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Won the debate. Cool. Now I'm thinking, well, if there's such a buzz around the country, surely this is an indication of where things are going. We went to Maun. There was the launch of the presidential candidate for the BCP, but now as a member of parliament.
Right.
The attendance was crazy. So I'm thinking, okay, I think we're actually going to win this.
It might happen.
So we vote. That evening, council results come out. And I must say, I instantly saw, the BDPs might be out of government this time around.
Yeah.
Because it was either the UDC winning or the BCP winning council positions.
Right.
Again,
Right.
I might have been in a bubble. So when I'm thinking, I was seeing UDC, BCP. Some people watch this and think it was only UDC chief. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I saw the results coming in, and then next day is MPs. They have the tally, live tally. Things are good.
It's happening.
It's
up and down.
So I mean, it's slightly stressful. I found it exciting. I was not running for elections.
Of course.
I was enjoying the entertainment of it.
Yeah.
So it was really fun to see, like, okay, Masisi is not getting any parliamentary seats.
No part of the cake.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no huge part of the cake.
That was crazy to me.
Yeah. For the first time.
Yeah, really. I said, this is history. And then the UDC gets dangerously close to 31.
Yes.
Eventually they pass 31. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God. How did President Boko become president?
Right.
No. Not as in this is the worst day ever, but
Right.
This
Can't be happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine Mugabe losing an election while he's still alive.
Oh yeah. That's what
it felt
taboo,
like.
right?
Yes.
Almost taboo, right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're watching him now. I watch his Facebook Live. He's on the road in his convoy to get sworn in and then go to BTV.
Already, yeah.
I love Botswana. My UDC should not hate me for saying this. I was instantly disappointed when he was giving his acceptance speech and the reporter said to him, Mr. President, what's your 100-day plan?
Sheesh.
No, I dare not fail. He went this way around it. No disrespect.
Right.
That's the genuine answer that he gave.
Of course.
And it showed, it was sort of foreshadowing to what we have today. Why do you think we're at 100 days and he has not done anything? There was no plan, which is also why I think he said things like, on the 30th, we're going to pay you. He had no intention of deliberately finding himself as president. I don't think he thought he was going to.
I was going to ask, like, do you think Duma Boko knew that he was going to win? At some point in his mind, do you think that ever crossed it?
I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
But how on earth do you say some of the things that he said? How do you promise those things? That was, I think, to him, let's just go throw the kitchen sink at it and see what we can get out of this.
So
election.
let's go back to the things that he promised, right?
Yeah.
Number one, it's 4K living wage.
Yes.
Number two, is there 100,000 houses that I heard of? 100,000 houses, 450,000 jobs.
Yep, to 500,000.
To 500,000 jobs. What else is there that I'm forgetting?
2,500 Pula student allowance.
2.5.
1,800 Pula pension increment.
Right.
On top of that, they were also increasing the number of pensioners by reducing the age to 60.
Okay.
They were going to cut your water and electricity by 30%. Oh my God.
So, Loago, you're saying this is not going to happen within the 100 days. Cool. Do you suppose it's going to happen anyway at all?
I pray.
Because look, I asked this question because there's a difference, not a difference. There's a determination we'd have to genuinely have to the system that they're getting into, right? Certain hands that have been over the system, the ropes that they have to learn of the system, right? You would suppose that it's an easy thing to do, but the system, it still needs to change first before the results can start to show. What do you make of that?
I think 100%. Here's their roadmap, the map that they have put in place to navigate their way to some of the things that they promised is valid. Things like, okay, we need more jobs. How can we get more jobs? The private sector, as it is, needs to hire more. The government is bloated fully. They can't hire more people. In fact, they actually need to. They're firing people. But the private sector too is not playing ball. They're not opening job opportunities.
They might let people go after what's happening right now.
In fact, there were retrenchments at Debswana. So they say, let's bring foreign direct investors. And for people who, TKay, guys, that means the president is going out to go to like McDonald's America CEO.
Right.
And say, hey, open a branch in B-Dub. Then you have a branch in Gaborone, Francistown, Maun.
Right.
Opening those establishments means jobs. That's what we mean when we talk about people investing in the country from foreign. So their roadmap is valid. So I'm praying that they actually make it happen.
Yeah.
However, hey, TKay, it's 2025, man. I mean, 2029 is in 4 years now. How are you going to do 500,000, 450,000 new jobs? Some of these things are never going to happen.
So how much of what you're saying now is Loago Saleshando, and how much of it is Dumelang Saleshando?
It's 100% Loago. I don't get
right.
Yeah,
sure.
In fact, someone asked me this week, does your dad actually like tell you what to say in your TikTok videos? Because there's no ways this is you.
Right.
And I say, guys,
and also I think you're speaking similarly to the things that he has said on Duma FM before and a few other places already. Yeah. Just a few challenges and a few jabs to the already new government.
True.
So I mean, that's why I'm asking, like, how much of this is you and how much of that is your dad?
You guys would be surprised. My dad does not like to talk politics
with you.
With me.
What do you guys talk about? Girls?
No,
like,
not
yo, son,
never.
son, this is how you, huh? No?
God, man, I wish I could talk about his game, but I think no, man. No, he really doesn't like to talk politics.
Are you serious?
So whatever I talk about, it comes all the way from me.
Yeah.
And actually, that's why for the first time 2 weeks ago, I made a TikTok video, a bad one. I said something that was wrong. I completely misunderstood something.
Right.
That should show you that now, but that's
definitely not your dad.
Yeah. However, one thing that I will echo from my dad, a statement I love about the new government. He said, you guys promised Botswana all these things, you're going to pay them. You signed a check knowing that there's no money in the bank account. Pay. Find a way. So
it's crazy.
That's what I'll echo from him.
How did your dad feel about the elections? Were you together when you found out the UDC would win? How was it for him?
Yeah, I think we all had the same sort of demeanor about this whole thing as a family.
Yeah.
We're all together in the same house.
Was he like, dang it, I'm not going to do this no more? It's a wrap.
No, he was like, he was like, oh man, I mean, he was on his phone the whole time. By the way, people call like crazy during this time.
Oh yeah?
So he's got like 100 calls a day. He's always on the phone, checking BTV. He's really just chilling. He's in shorts, flip-flops,
right.
golf tee.
Yeah.
He's really just easy about
Chilled.
it. So I was also pretty chilled about it. My mother will forgive me for saying this. I don't think she took it as well. She was like, oh no. She's like, oh no.
She wasn't happy with the results.
Yeah, because she also, imagine what it's like to be my mom.
Yeah.
She's I can't talk about everything that she's given up, but she's really sacrificed to support one person, one cause. All the way from 2004, my dad won his first election, all the way until 2024.
Yeah.
And still again, there was this hurdle that was the last election. So she was a bit tough with it.
I can imagine how that must feel, for anybody really that's been in that position.
True.
Right?
And she was a star bank. She's really like, so she was apparently. Okay, I won't talk about that. But
okay.
but she was really in your senior leadership team in some banks.
Yes.
A lot of the people she worked with on the same level in the banks are like CEOs of banks now. But in her case, because she is what you call a politically exposed person, her husband is in the government as a leader of opposition.
Yes.
She cannot hold certain executive positions in companies.
Right.
She willingly makes that sacrifice and does it with a smile on her face, doesn't complain about it.
Wow.
To support one person. And by the way, she's wanted to be a banker her whole life. I can tell you that, TKay. Oh,
bravo to your moms, man.
Imagine TKay, imagine you get married. By the way, she didn't sign up for this.
Of course.
You get married, your wife goes into politics, and somehow, some way, because your wife is in politics, you must give up the juice 2.0.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, only women have that
that.
strength, man.
Only women have that strength.
Only women have that strength.
Us on the other side, it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. So you see what you must then do is choose them wisely when you get to that stage where you want to get married. You do want to get married sometime.
I would love to, TK, but I'm scared. Oh, my goodness.
Why are you scared?
TK, I've just seen too much.
Is that right?
Oh, man, there's so many societal
Dude,
problems.
how old are you? How old are you?
I'm very old, TK.
No, Lau, how old are you? For real? You 22?
I'll say I'm in my early 20s. My age. If you really want my age, go to Google. Don't ask me my age.
Also, what is going on with brothers joining ladies and not saying their age?
Nah,
what is this? What's going on?
Nah.
Like, so what? We should treat you like a lady. A lady doesn't say her.
Guys, that's my only baddie trait. Don't ask me how old I am. Like, you'll find out. Like I say, we might be soulmates, so you might find out after this.
Okay. All right. There is that. There is that.
No, but TK, I'm telling you, my 2K shown me flames.
Really?
Yeah.
So what? You're a little bit of hopeless on the matter?
Here's my evolution as a lover.
Yeah.
I came from the innocence of being a teenage guy that was just bullied and, from coming from those high school days, insecure and all that.
Right.
And I said, the first person I date, I'll marry.
Right. Don't we all say that? Yeah, we do.
That doesn't work out. Craziness happens. You try something else, they hack your TikTok.
Hey.
TK, what's also very bad about women in the 2Ks?
What's that?
I've seen this thing at BA's. Edit. I've seen this thing at an institution.
Yeah.
Where I govern as president.
Right.
This crazy woman, by the way, by hacking my TikTok, TK, you know me. You've known me for like 45 minutes.
Of course.
I would not do anything malicious to anyone. I've never cheated, nothing like that.
No.
This person also turns their friends. I don't know what she tells to her friends. But now I walk around campus and it's like, to me, I'm like, okay, but this is exactly why I don't want any of you, my 2K.
It's crazy.
If anything, I'll just be a happy uncle, bachelor.
Nah.
Kama was president without a first lady yet.
Oh, yeah, there's that, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that regime?
So here's my problem with only one problem.
Yep.
Which is a big problem, guys. Kama came from the military.
Yes.
Meaning he was used to giving orders.
Yes.
Yeah. He came into government and imposed his lifestyle on Botswana. People wonder, guys, do you know that we have the most expensive alcohol prices? Why? Because Kama put an alcohol levy to deter people from buying alcohol. But as we know with economics, I'm not sure if it's the term uses an elastic commodity or whatever. But no matter what you do to the price of alcohol, no matter what you do to the supply of alcohol, there will always be demand for it.
There will always be the stands
Exactly.
for alcohol.
The baddies, bro.
Oh, you don't drink.
You'll see them in the sections, bro. They're always... Anyways, so that was a problem. And number two, another podcast, which I'll not name, but someone that used to be an artist, will tell you, there was no nightlife during that time. And so people were robbed of happiness.
You don't want me to have a second episode where people are talking about this person.
Okay. Gosh, oh man.
Anyway, go on.
It would be so much easier if I could just say all the names I want to say.
You know what I mean? But it's all right. Yeah.
Because also, man, the fake news might come after you.
Just drop the names, man. It's all good. This is the kind of podcast we have. You know what I mean?
But it's another podcast though, TK.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So like I said, he was really imposing his life on people. He slept early. He didn't drink alcohol. So what did he do? Botswana, you're going to sleep early. No entertainment after this time. Bars should close. No concerts. Also, alcohol is going to be expensive. You shouldn't be drinking anyways.
Right.
That's my only problem with that. And in fact, I wish that the alcohol levy would be removed. Guys,
so when you are president, can we foresee the alcohol levy being, taken off and take it down?
You said when, guys.
When you are president.
If I'm president.
Dude, I see it. Do you guys see it?
And no, real. Hey,
I see it. I see it.
We should see the comments after this. No one should be attacking you. You should just say, yes, you see him as president.
Bro, you're definitely going to be president one of these good days.
So. But really, TK, because here's not just societal benefits of removing the alcohol levy.
Right.
Economically, in the last quarter, I believe alcohol sales contributed more than maybe even ever to our GDP.
For sure.
There's potential to make money in Botswana for the government from alcohol.
For sure, yeah.
So I hope,
service stations in Namibia sell alcohol 24/7.
Oh, that's crazy.
24/7.
Yeah, they must also remove the times, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't drink, but...
Yeah, you want to wake up, if you do, at 2 a.m. and still be finding something. I mean,
exactly.
right?
Exactly. If I drank.
If you do.
Yeah.
Also, we need to talk about that very quickly in the show. So we spoke about Rekama, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the previous former president of the Republic, Masisi. I've seen in some of your videos that you're not so happy with their ideology when it comes to social democracy, right? What did you make of that ideology, and how do you compare it to? I mean, it's a fresh new government, but are you able to sort of compare it now when they're just starting to the previous social democracy?
100%. The comparison.
Already?
Yeah.
Early signs. Early signs.
Actually, okay. Let me tell you this. Actually.
Yep.
So what social democracy is that when a party adopts that ideology, they are here to pull those. It's designed to help those at the bottom of our socio-economic society.
Facts.
Those that are struggling, poor, their kids don't get into school because they can't afford it. They eat once a day. It's designed to pull them out of that and have a society that everyone can reap the benefits of.
Yep.
The BDP was clearly a party that worked for the elites. For the elites. And my favorite example is the vegetable import ban. To benefit from that vegetable import ban, you had to be a farm owner. You had to produce potatoes or onions or the other restricted or banned imports. So you had to be a business owner.
And how many of those do we have?
Exactly. Compared to the producers. In an economy, you always have like one producer for like 10 consumers. So because you benefit this one person, all the people that go shop at Choppies, Pick and Pay, Spar, Lana must suffer.
Right.
That is not a social democratic party. The UDC, on the other hand, is trying. They're really here to lift those at the bottom up. And you've seen it with the people that the BDP has almost oppressed. We see it with the burial of the gentleman in the CKG area.
Right.
I haven't seen too much from the UDC, but I know that they are certainly more focused on. But even removing this vegetable ban, those ladies that sell us fresh chips and fat cakes will finally get to see profit again.
Yeah. I'm happy about that.
No, 100%.
Dude, new government looks like new, young, fresh blood, right?
Yeah.
Talk about Honorable Lesego Chombo. Okay, what was that?
Yeah. TKay, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Loago, what's going on?
TKay, hey, you said you did your homework.
You got a crush on Lesego?
Oh no, whoa.
Oh.
Apparently you were distantly related to their family, so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
it's too distant, I mean.
Come
on.
No, but I have a real problem with that appointment, eh?
What?
I have a real problem with that.
Oh, this is going to be juicy.
It's going to be very juicy. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Debate. Because I feel like TKay loves Lesego. So
let's hear it.
Let's do this. Okay, here's my part.
Yeah.
Lesego was appointed by the president.
Facts.
What did Lesego do before politics? What showed that she was really, really competent for the job?
Miss Botswana.
That does not show any competence whatsoever.
Wait. What was the question?
What has she done to show that she can be a good minister or even member of parliament?
I can't answer that because I don't know what it takes really. What's the criteria? What are we looking at?
Well, you're not looking at academic requirements, but you're looking at someone has to, at least at the bottom line, have shown an interest for national issues, political awareness, things of that nature. To our knowledge, as the average Motswana, I assume I'm the average Motswana, we've seen Lesego Chombo. Oh, come on, guys. We've seen Lesego Chombo go to Miss World.
Yes.
She's Miss World Africa.
Yes.
Hallelujah, by the way.
Hallelujah.
She's also a lawyer.
Yes.
She's also 26.
Yes.
How many years have you practiced law if you're 26 years old? TKay, you know.
Less than 5 years.
Less than 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
How can you grab someone fresh from pageantry and say, come and be a minister? Kind of with that logic, we can pull anyone to come be. Bring Litsile next time. Bring Litsile to be minister.
Schoolboy.
Yeah, because it's not fair. And then on top of that, you then get the result of that appointment. What I've said so far leads to the point that I'm saying that she doesn't deserve it. She has I can give you many people who don't have the status of Chombo but have got the passion, have got the political awareness, who are ready to step in parliament today.
And the experience is there.
Well, they've got experience at student level.
Okay.
More experience in politics than Chombo had before she came in.
Okay.
Now you've got the results of bringing someone who's not very competent. Let me not use the word competent, guys. This was great.
Not very experienced.
Inexperienced for the job.
Right.
Gender-based violence. It's
Yes.
a societal issue. You need to really figure out how on earth you're going to... Other countries, gender-based violence is a crime. How do a lot of other countries that are successful with crime deal with crime? Zero tolerance policy. If you are charged with a crime and you're put in jail, no bail until you get... until the case is had.
Right.
Here, you get bail and you find that a lot of people that are charged with GBV will get bail, go out and kill more people or beat more people or
And
rape
then
more
they're
people.
also off themselves.
Right.
Right.
So then, what does Chombo do in one of her earliest days in office? Memma Dow says, from the Botswana Congress Party, she says, there's a problem. The magistrate is able to protect you with the law if you report a case of gender-based violence. The perpetrator will be called to court, and the legalities of it are quite intricate.
Yeah.
But the deal is that the law protects you. Instead of you going to the police station and the police might not take your case, or they do what they did to me with my TikTok, they take forever to even investigate. When now you're scared, you go home, you've reported this to the police, but tonight you're going to go to bed in your own house. You don't know if that guy's going to come back as a woman. Chombo has the opportunity to give women in Botswana the chance to just go straight to the magistrate and have the protection of the law, which they don't have now. Chombo says no. Why does she say no? Because she doesn't understand what Memma Dow is saying. Her response
Is that what she really said?
Her response in Parliament.
Yeah.
She was saying no and justifying for something that she was talking about something very different. Chombo was talking about peace desks. Memma Dow was talking about access to the magistrate.
So you're going back to your point that maybe the inexperience may have caused her to... Okay.
It's killing us. So look, I love Lesego Chombo. Gosh, she is really... I think she started the big, 2024, we had a big wave of everything going right in this country. Miss World, Litsile, winning the gold medal, new government.
Yep.
Chombo started it by being Miss World Africa. So I love her for that. But I don't love the current government for appointing her as Minister of Youth and Gender.
How do you feel the people at the ministry that are older with the experience, haven't been there as seniors for a long time, a long time, right? How do you feel those people felt with that appointment? If we're to speak generally, because obviously to each his own, right? It's a subjective thing. But looking from outside, how do you feel if you've been a person at this ministry, really grinding it out, you're a senior, you've been working hard, and you don't get that post? How do you feel they must have felt?
I feel like, by the way, we're filming this episode from the hood. There's gunshots outside.
Yeah, what is going on? Oh, there's a fireworks.
Bro, who's...
Yo, bro. What did you do, dog? Huh?
We're filming in the
Are
hood.
those fireworks or gunshots, bro? Because you know there's a bank here. You know they stole a, yeah? You can see fireworks. Okay, bet.
So I feel like, look...
Because that argument was there. I'm just taking it from social media commentary, right?
True.
Where people say, guys, how do the elderly... But the government is also looking at the young, fresh blood that gives new energy, new ideas, new skill and all of that. So how do you balance that and not sort of affect a person who's been really working hard for such a long time and would have hoped that if there should be an appointment to being a minister... Clearly, I mean, seniority, experience, skills over a long period of time, I should be the person.
That's a really loaded question. Gosh, TKay.
Right. My bad.
I feel like, okay.
It's levels to this thing.
I feel like the response of the people that work in Honorable Chombo's ministry would have been neutral. I think we really test it when one thing happens. When there is you begin to see tension. And you must actually put your foot down as a leader to say, you're in my ministry, this is the direction we're taking, we're going this way. In Setswana culture, and I don't like this about our culture, we respect baholo.
Yeah.
Don't respect her. Which is, by the way, why I don't think my dad wants to talk about politics with me. But anyway. So I just feel like she might have problems. A leader needs to be able to put their foot down and say, this is the direction we're going in. If she comes in and finds loopholes in her ministry where corruption, money is flowing into areas we don't know of.
Yeah.
Are they going to listen? People in this ministry are like 50, 60.
Yeah.
If Chombo comes and says, Moholo, please tell me where that money is going. Otherwise, we're going to have to do an investigation. People will be fired. You think they're going to listen to Memma Chombo at 26 years old? Guys, Hapa, she's not married. They also value married people in this society. Hey, man, this culture. But that's the truth
but
of
you
it.
know, you're available for Lesego, right? So,
Very distantly related.
it's distant cousin. Come on, you know, we don't condone incest. We don't do it.
Come on, we're married cousins now. But however,
Yeah.
I do think if you are to have appointments of people that are young and you want to refresh the leadership, it should be done thoroughly, not at surface level. Surface level is put in a new minister. You can do that easily. But replacing your structure of the civil servants that work within a ministry,
Right.
now that is tough.
Right.
Because you let go of 50-year-olds, yes, they're 50, but they've got so much experience with the systems involved with handling government schools. How can you put someone in new, young, and fresh who has no experience with government schools? Our government system, when it comes to education, has already collapsed.
Yeah.
It's very risky. You might say, but then you'll have training. Those that go will train others. Do you trust them? If you come as president and say, you've been in this ministry for 20 years, thank you for your service, but you have to go, do you think they will happily leave and train the person that is taking their job?
They might be disgruntled. So, yeah, good luck with that,
Very
right?
big problems.
Did I hear right or wrong with the intention by her to cut off some of the elderly people in the ministry? Is that a headline that you saw too?
No, I didn't see that. No,
that
you're ahead of
she
me.
might intend to cut off some of the older people and create space for the young ones.
Well, that's not just specific to her in ministry. That's the whole government
It's
wants
a
to do
holistic
that.
thing, right?
Yeah. The president has said some of the folks in civil servants, the problem that government has with at some point in this country, government used to be the biggest employer.
Used to be.
Used to be the biggest employer.
Okay.
Now it's led to a point where, hey, they've got too many people.
Yeah, the pyramid is actually blown up at the top. Yeah.
Another problem is that they kept these people forever. People refuse to retire in government.
Hey, bro, it's some loans that people still need to pay up, bro.
So you know, I support the government in the sense that, you know, you need to renew these structures. Hey.
So you're the CRC president, El Presidente.
Yes,
right?
Señor Presidente.
So we're talking to Mr. President right here.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't mention the institutions that you guys are presidents at. Like, what sort of damage could you ever foresee happening with you mentioning that, you know? But you're SRC president.
Yeah.
What inspired that journey? Talk to me about that.
This is a religious journey. This was not me.
Your dad, right?
This
Okay,
was,
cool.
This was my dad,
Yep.
whom we call the Lord God.
Lord Dooms.
My father God. I'm not talking about Lord Dooms.
Oh, your father
I'm
God.
talking about my father.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, okay, whatever.
So God said, Mr. Sales, do TikTok. TikTok resulted in someone in BAC saying, oh my gosh, I've seen you on TikTok. Listen, I'm in the SRC. We need guys like you right at the top. So what happens? I say, okay, cool, sign me up. How do we do this? And I say at the top, that means president. He says, no, don't run for president. You can't run for president being inexperienced. So you need to run for a ministry, be a minister, get the experience, and then next year you run for president.
So you can be a minister without the experience, but Lesego can't.
We're talking about student politics.
I mean, okay, whatever.
So okay, I say let's do it. I'll run for ministry.
Right.
Debates come. Within my party, primary elections, I must debate to be my party's candidate for Ministry of Information, to be the Minister of Information. I debate first. My debate was apparently so powerful that my opponent said, no.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm actually pulling out.
They chickened out. What were you guys debating on?
She's my Minister of Information now, so I love you.
Of course.
But
You're such a Donald Trump about it.
so she left. The president at the time of the school was in my party.
Yes.
So he said, oh my gosh, dude, why are you running for this ministry? Run for president. I said, I can't take that. Because at the time, Latango was also growing. So I said, I can't take that. I don't have enough time.
Right.
He said, okay, let's make a compromise. Run for Secretary General. I ran for Secretary General, unopposed. I think they now knew who I am.
Yeah, I mean.
In terms of skill, not my name. In terms of skill.
It ain't tricking if you got it, bro. They now know who you are.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so I run for Secretary General. Cool. I'm unopposed. There's 11 positions. 10 of them we've got names for. Our president submits our names to the IEC of our institution to say this is our team for elections. The IEC says you can't have 10 people, you must have an 11th, you're missing a president, find one. The party says I was on a date at the time. I just see on WhatsApp.
Oh.
I just see Loago. I'm like, okay, I'm running for president. Now for president. So that's how I ended up running for president. There was no inspiration from anywhere except for that one person that found me, that knew me from TikTok, that said, you should run. We need you one day. And I ended up running for president. I won, being the youngest president. I think one of the youngest presidents to ever be elected. We did it. And let me tell you something. Listen to this. My BAC. I know you're watching this.
Yeah.
We are going to win this thing one more time, and we're going to make history and be the first ones to win it twice in BAC history. No other cabinet has had a legacy of progress the way we have. We're going to not just change the school, we're going to change lives.
2 terms.
2 terms.
That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
You're definitely going to be better than the former,
us.
right?
That's us. Oh, yeah.
I get that.
That's my brother.
Low blow? Low blow. Okay.
That's my brother.
My bad.
He knows I was better. But I love
so
him.
what are the goals that you have, man, as the SRC president? And do you have a vision for the student body during your term?
Yes. This is
because you're campaigning right now, yeah?
Yes. Cool. TKay, it's I've been campaigning about this the last few days.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Right now, we are faced with a situation. Our biggest problems are, number one, we've wanted a entertainment event. We want a groove in the university. Have student life. You know, when you go to college,
goals are about groove.
No, wait, I'm getting There's a much deeper meaning beneath all of these things.
I'm waiting.
You go to college in America.
Right.
And you got...
Did I hear accent change?
Yeah. You got the frat life.
Right.
You got college parties.
Right.
It's lit, but you're also studying. It's an experience. University should be an experience. Because for a lot of people, they leave home and go stay for the first time on campus.
Yeah.
Okay. We have not had an entertainment event for years. Why? Because a president that came before me ruined it by striking and protesting, and management of the institution said, we're not going to let
Never
you guys...
again, right?
We're not going to let you guys walk all over us like this. Number 2, we don't have sports. We don't have practice facilities for our sports codes. We don't have fixtures for our sports codes.
This is what's happening at that institution.
It's completely dilapidated.
That's crazy.
It's completely dilapidated.
Right.
In my first term, why these things were not addressed is because I was working on an even bigger issue. The SRC had no money that management is supposed to give the SRC a budget. My predecessor was given 0.
Jeez.
So I said, I'm not going to wait for the handout from management. I'm going to run this SRC the way I run Latango. I'm going to run it like a business. This cabinet will make money, and this money will be given to the students so that we can see activity. I fixed that issue. The SRC now earns thousands every month.
Bravo.
What my vision is, 1, I've worked with UB. Right now, the institution sports is at a baby stage. Kind of a baby you give, it's a dependent.
Yep.
A baby cannot sustain itself.
Mm-mm.
We somehow are expecting our institution sports to sustain itself. It can't. There's no facilities. So I've spoken to the UB president, and we are going to get them to reserve times for our teams to practice on their grounds every week. Okay, so that's the facilities issue. Simple issue, right? Simple solution.
Yep.
2, we're working on getting regular fixtures, and the vision is to have one day we go to the UB stadium and there's a big our institution versus UB day, like a derby day, like football, right?
That'd be nice.
That'd be huge.
That'd be sussed up.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. Number 1. Number 2, with entertainment, I'm already trying to fix that. I'm bringing in a proposal. One of the biggest problems with entertainment is that they had no budget as the SRC. What did I do? Oh gosh, guys, I got a free venue. That's the biggest cost you have.
Oh yeah, I mean,
free venue.
I
got artists coming, and hopefully in March we're going to make history and have the first entertainment event in years.
There we go.
And
what role am I going to be playing?
You're going to be MC TKay.
Oh, there we go. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
And on top of that, we also have a problem of students renting, but they only have 1.9. So they come from far. They pay like 1.5 for a place in Mudipani, and then they must pay for transport to come to school, and then they must pay for food.
Jesus.
Guys, Botswana is the second highest country in terms of cost of living.
Yeah.
They eat once a day. They can't come to school every day. I'm going to give them more money by giving them jobs. So we want to make 100 jobs in our first semester for BAC students, those who really need it the most. And I've already put in a proposal to get the first 6-ish jobs as waiters. So that not only are they can't wait to get paid at the end of the month. I want them to have transport and food money every day. Waiters get tips. Waitresses get tips. They'll be paid every day. Their problems will be solved. So my vision is a BAC where we're all socially, economically equal.
Right.
We all live the same. We can eat.
Right.
We can play sports on campus. We don't just leave after lectures. And there's a bond between each other. We know each other because we groove together. Something we've been crying for years.
Right.
And we will do it. If
So
not,
entertainment is so important, you have to do it.
extremely.
Right.
They don't vote for you if you don't talk about entertainment.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I love that. I foresee that happening for you. I mean, winning the elections and then bringing all these things back that have sort of dried out to some extent. But I wonder how your relationship with administration is, and how do you engage with them to effectively represent some of these students in the campus.
My relationship with administration has been perfect.
Okay.
I believe in the leadership. My leadership is based on relationships, because as African leaders often we're under-resourced. How can you get someone to do more for you with less resources? They must just like you.
Nah. If they don't, it's not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not happening.
So I check up on them every Monday. I do a walk around offices, staff members. I say, happy Monday, guys. Have a good week. Great. Friday comes around. Happy Friday, guys. Mr. President, nice to see you. Happy Friday.
The honeys, right? Or the guys, whatever.
So I'm a relationship-based leader.
Yep.
So we've had a great relationship this first term. However, my second term, because I'm like a Trump now. Have you seen Trump? He's got nothing to lose. He's just swinging.
Bruv.
In my second term, I will have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
My legacy would have been cemented. I'm the first one to win presidency twice. I don't owe anything to management. My obligation lies solely to advocate for the students. And so our relationship will change. Less smiling and laughing, more serious conversations to say, why don't you guys do this? You're hypocrites because you're right. So that's what our second term will consist of, because we want to be as radical as we can to bring reform for students.
Right. I love that. Yeah. I've always wondered, dude, just educate me here for a second, right? Like when it comes to SRC and the administration, and you're not happy with certain things, and there's like a deadlock with administration towards certain things that you want for the student community, right? What do you do? Is there like an appeal process that you take up on for you to effectively kind of put the administration to, to sort of answer for certain things? Is there such a process at all?
Ah, man, we're not like UB. UB has an independent SRC where they can just go right at their management.
Right.
For us, we are underneath them. So here's the deal.
So if they say no to certain things, it's a no.
If they say no, it's no. But I've already proposed in my first term. I met with the highest level of leadership, your deputy executive directors.
Okay.
And I said to them, listen, the SRC should have more powers. We need more policy making power, for example.
Of course.
Because we are simply at your mercy as an SRC. We're not an SRC. We're prefects.
That's not a good thing.
Exactly. An SRC should not just be a voice for students, because then we should change the name of it. We should be student lawyers. If we're going to just advocate and be the voice, that's exactly what lawyers do.
These are pro bono lawyers too,
Let us govern our people.
Right.
And we can't govern if we don't have the power to govern. If it's you governing them, what are we doing? We can only then suggest and say, please give the students this and that. It never works how it should.
Yeah.
So that will definitely change in my second term.
It needs to. Because you need to feel like you have power after someone has said no. Unreasonably, that is. You 100%. Know what I mean? But if you could magically snap your fingers and change or resolve one student complaint, what would it be?
I would have the SRC take over the allowance accreditation process.
What? There's problems with it.
The biggest thing is allowance. TKay, us blacks, when it comes to money.
Speak for yourself.
I'm going to say this for all. Have you guys seen Madea? When there's that crazy baby mama that goes, Barry, where my child support? Yes. Us blacks, when you come to money, we don't jam. TKay, if you owe someone, watch how they call you. Hey. Watch how they call you. Exactly. So when these students don't get paid their money by DTF,
right,
they crucify the SRC. But they don't get their money because of systematic inefficiencies between the institution and DTF.
Yeah.
What would make it faster? I wish university students could register with us, the SRC. We go to the exams department and check these people that registered. Can they move on to the next semester? Have they passed? And if they have passed, we go to DTF and say, pay these people. That would be so quick. We can do that ourselves quickly, but because we don't, We're at the mercy of our institution's registrations department. We're at the mercy of DTF deciding when they want to pay.
Right.
So students, they have this mistake of thinking SRC will make sure your allowance is paid like this tomorrow.
It doesn't work like that.
How it works. So I wish if at the snap of our fingers, if there's one thing I could change, we'd have that power.
I love that. Have you sort of gotten power crazy? I know with what is that saying, man? Absolute power makes you something absolutely. I forget the actual phrasing.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, but yeah. Like you get really power hungry, and then you get power greedy, and then you get powerful, and then it kind of changes something about you as a human being. Suddenly, you're not the kindest Loago that a lot of people used to know. And the baddies are like, yeah, I would get with him, but yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
TKay. Because I'm really relationship based.
Right. Jeez, I'm hearing this for the third time now on this
No,
podcast.
I'm really relationship.
You really
based.
must be, yeah.
Yeah. I care about people, and I care that they trust and like their leadership.
You see that from your dad, isn't it? Your
Yeah,
dad has been
he-
such an example of to humility,
Yes.
loving people, and he gets love back.
Yes.
Simply because you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? The
100%.
constituencies that have voted for the BCP
Yeah.
simply vote. I hope they vote for the party and not for the person.
I hope
But
so too.
gang, man, you know, if the person is as legit, it makes the party look good. So you vote both for the person and how cool they are and how representative they are, and for the party. So your dad has been like that, in my opinion, just looking from afar, you know, such a cool guy, humility, too. So I see that coming out from you too.
Yeah, I feel like, TKay, for me,
Yeah.
you are unforgivable as a leader. If you are, before even leadership, you're just a bad guy. Let's say after this podcast, I see you in the gym. I've once seen you in the gym and then I gave up.
Bro, this guy is serious.
No, TKay was doing a standing rows, working those lats, and I was like, man, I wish to be that size one day, but it's okay. I don't have those gym jeans.
I'm a big boy.
So if I see you, let's say in the gym,
Yeah.
and I say, yo, what's up, TKay? And you're like, where do I know you from?
Right.
Things like that. If you're a bad guy,
Yeah.
on your own, you can never be a good leader. So I think they elected me because I was also a good guy.
Right.
Part of leadership is being a good guy.
A good
too.
guy, right,
So
right.
I don't think I'll ever come to the point where I'm power hungry, powerful,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm very in touch with my people. I
see
take
that.
a lot of counsel.
Right. Right.
Obama taught us one thing, that look, in his meetings, when you have an issue, should we bomb Botswana or not? His minister one says this, minister two, he listens to everyone. He's quiet and just listening.
Okay.
Then in the end, he says, okay, I've heard everything. Both sides of the story.
Right.
This is what we're going to do. Not, I'm the leader.
Yeah.
This is
Not
the-
taking
we're
counsel
taking-
at all.
Yeah, we are
Right.
taking this decision. We're taking this road. You guys follow. Get ready. That's not me. So that's why I don't think I will get to that point where I am.
I like that.
Yeah.
Would you be able to speak about what would make a great leader? Some of the characteristics, just mention 3 or 4.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm
I
reading-
guess good guy is a really big thing.
Yes.
As simple as it sounds, right?
Yeah.
Like just be a good guy.
Oh no, you'd be so surprised, TKay.
Right, right.
Things change people. Oh man. But be a good guy. Number 2. I'm reading a book on Tony Blair, so I want to quote something. from
Ladies,
that
he
beautiful
reads
book.
books. Okay? He reads books.
Come on.
As much as he says, my brother on TikTok and all of this, he reads books. These are some of the people that you need to look out for, all right? Not, yeah.
Guys, I wasn't this guy. It's because I met my hero and he said, read this book. And I said, yes.
Who is that?
Chief.
Who's your hero?
Musi Maimani.
Oh, I saw a picture
Yes,
with
TKay,
Musi Maimani.
TKay, that's my guy. Kinda, we can do a whole podcast episode on Musi
I saw a
Maimani.
picture. Nah, but screw Musi, bro. Nah, screw Musi
He can't even
Maimani,
supposed
bro.
to be president.
Why is it with the DA?
He's left the DA. He left.
I mean, at the point that it was
Why
with DA.
isn't he- Oh man, what a guy! So he told me to read a book called Tony Blair on leadership, and it's one of the best political leadership books you can read. So 1, be a good guy.
Right.
2, issues-based politics.
Issues-based politics.
Issues-based
I can
politics.
see that, yeah.
Be a smart guy on the issues that you wish to solve. Don't campaign saying that, look, your president is so bad. That's why you should give me power. He's done this. He's done this. He's done this. He's in the dark. He doesn't know what he's doing. No. Focus on the problems of the average person.
Right.
Focus on their solutions. That's what matters. Someone that is focused on the issues. Issues-based politics will save African politics.
I can bet you 100 grand right now. It's a lot of African leaders in Southern Africa that do not know what you just talked about right now. Or if they do, rarely do they even practice that.
Exactly.
Or if they do, they don't really care much to the result that comes out of practicing it at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, guys.
What's the third one?
Third, understand that as a leader, you have many talents.
Oh.
They're not your talents. They're God's.
Okay.
They're God's talents.
Okay.
And so it should never be about you. I think leadership is not the position you hold. You're a leader far before you become anything like a president.
Jeez, I felt that.
Yes.
I felt that.
100%. You know, TK, if I was never BAC or...
You've been saying BAC the whole time.
Let's just do it, man.
I mean...
marketing, I love it.
Yeah, and it's not damaging, really. We're not going to have you damage
If I was
your
not
reputation.
SRC president, people think I post my TikTok videos, one, either because I'm trying to campaign for my dad to be president, or two, because I want to be president. It's not about that.
Right.
There's a gap in our society. People need education on national issues, on issues of political interest, things of this nature, issues that should inform a voter's decision at the end of the day. It's not about me. What will I get from my TikTok?
Nothing.
One will vote for me for president from my TikTok, Illinois.
No. It's not going to happen. It could influence, but it's not going to
Exactly.
Yep.
Also, I've never been paid one pula from the TikTok videos that I make.
Yeah, they're working on that now.
I don't get status. Well, okay, I guess state. I don't get political offices, public offices of status. I don't get money. I'm doing this purely out of my heart as a patriot to say, Bahaitsu, Botswana, let's talk about the real things.
Right.
Let's not talk about, we think Loago Saleshando is part of the BDP. Let's not talk about,
we think. I heard that before.
Let's not talk about.
Wait. Can I ask?
Okay.
Is he?
Oh, come on.
Is Loago Saleshando part of the BDP? Was he part of the BDP? Because the BDP is not here anymore, at least in power.
Oh, forgive me. Allow me to
And
ask.
where would people get that? Because
That's
as the
the
saying
thing.
goes, Laho, there's no smoke without fire.
Oh,
No.
there's what we call fake news media, TK.
There's that too. There's
a
that
fake
too.
news.
Yeah.
Guys, this is where my dad came from. He came from the BNF before there was BCP. BCP was founded in 1998.
Yes.
Because there was no BCP, the best alternative was the BNF. My dad was there.
Right.
That I believe is where he voted for the first time, BNF.
Right.
BCP was formed. My grandfather, my dad's dad, was a co-founder with Reddy Ngake of the BCP. My dad became
Can I just for a second, because I don't want to lose this.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna be one of the guys, bro. In the future, the very, very near future. Your granddad formed the BCP, part of the people that formed it. Your dad is the president of BCP.
Yeah.
Where does that leave you?
TK,
In the near future.
That doesn't give me anything. I don't think it should give me anything. Because we shouldn't put people in leadership position based off of
names?
guys, it's a family dynasty if you do that.
Do you think that's why it could be an indicator that it doesn't work when you speak about people like Remasis?
Yeah.
Because there's a name there, right?
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
And he was in power, and we could agree that he might have failed. Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. He failed. He failed, right? In the past elections.
Yeah.
So it could really reiterate what you're trying to say, that a name doesn't really say much.
Name does.
Okay.
TK, here's my life story.
There we go. Finally.
Here's my biggest problem in my life. This is my chance to say to people watching at home, so let me just say it. Imagine this, TK.
Right.
You start the Juice 2.0. You worked hard to move to bots.
Yep.
Start from nothing.
Yep.
Make such a name.
Oh, we have, huh?
People have had a head start over you, but you came from scratch and overtook on your own power by yourself with no one's help.
From the bottom, yeah.
And then what do they say about you? Yeah, I don't know what your dad's name. Let's say your dad's name is Kevin. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin's son. Get Kevin in here. That's because of the family name. They discredit All the Sundays you went to church to pray to God to give you this one day, this vision. All the blood you spilled trying to fight for this dream. All the sweat that you spilled trying to work for it. All the tears that you cried when it was tough, but you didn't give up. They say, that's not you.
It's his dad.
It's your dad. That's my biggest
Crazy.
problem. I work harder than people. Guys, oh gosh.
You work hard.
It's so, like, I really try hard. And so my biggest problem is that it's the name that people will not, it's like they will not unchain me from it.
Right.
I've been told, I've seen your TikTok, dude. You're a joke. You think people see Loago Saleshando? It's Saleshando's son. In fact, when they see you trying too hard, they're like, bro, you're a clown. Why are you trying to be your dad? Not even people. Very close people to our family have said this to me.
Are you serious? That's
yes,
crazy.
It's traumatizing. So my whole life has been why I work so hard and chain myself from the name.
Right.
I think everyone should make their own name, chase their own dreams, be their own person.
Of course. And I think your dad would agree with you right now. Like, look, the name is there, but your hard work needs to speak for you.
Yes.
And not, he could have set up some few paths for you. Great. There's not a problem with you walking in those paths at all. Because, look, he's your dad, right? But I think it'll be a great story, such a greater story, if you're pushing on yourself and you're grinding and you get up there. So let's get back to him being a BDP alliance, whatever. Because they did say that.
Okay, guys.
And you say that's impossible.
I'm still telling you. My grandfather and TKay founded the BCP.
Yes.
From then on, my dad has only ever voted BCP. He was the first ever publicity secretary, something like that, for the BCP.
Okay.
I believe the office that Memma Peko holds now.
Yes.
Professor.
Yes.
He was the first one to occupy that office.
Right.
He has only ever been in the BCP. Guys, who in parliament do you know is the best for coming at the BDP? It's my
him.
dad. He comes at them for their corruption, for their hypocrisy, for a lot of things. I think even Botswana, when they say he was in the BDP, they can't tell you where it came from. You cannot put any
no
logic
clear evidence to it. Anyway.
No, there's zero, because there's even pictures I can pull from 2004 when he was campaigning for the first time in the BCP.
It's wild.
20 years ago now, 21 years ago.
Speaking of hard work, man, what do you think is some of the stuff that you're getting rewarded for publicly that you have worked so massively in private?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like right now.
TKay, I've spoken on radio stations.
Yeah.
I've spoken on podcasts.
Yeah.
I've spoken on webinars. I've spoken to people at my institution. And I've never been asked that question. It's very rare to be asked
for real.
Yeah.
Hey. The juice. Bro, it's levels to these things.
That's the moral of today. It's levels
to these things.
This episode should not be Loago Saleshando speaks. It should be it's levels
to these things.
Oh, man.
I know.
I've always wanted to be seen. Not to be seen.
Yeah.
TKay.
Just to be seen,
to be seen.
Facts. That's a real right
Humans
there.
don't know the pain of not being seen until they've felt it. They think third world issues. Now we're hungry. Hey, imagine you go and you're not you. So to be seen from my TikTok has allowed for me to go to many places. I can go to main mall. Someone will say, "Hey, Loago Saleshando."
Yeah.
That is a big change from that's me, because I'm starting to make a name for myself. That is one thing that it's given me, which I appreciate so much. Also, it has, I think even bigger than that, is the fact that people can defend the way I want to think about this country. We have a problem where people think, let's just defend the UDC. It's a new change of government. That's all we've wanted. Let's be happy. Let's not be spoiled. But no,
I think that might be dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
And you know that the president himself, right, is someone who's open to, like,
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. That's what I was looking for.
100%.
Yeah. So it should be a new age where we're not so scared to say, guys, maybe that's not the right way to do things, right? But please go on.
True. So when they look at my way of thinking and how I'm trying to help the country, this last week someone said something so beautiful.
What they say?
I made a video about how we're approaching the new government wrong. We're defending them for promises that they just made and could not implement because why? They simply lied because they didn't know they were going to win. That's the truth of the situation if we're true as Botswana. So I made a video saying that, yeah, guys, let's hold them accountable. What they're doing is wrong. They can't tell you they're going to pay you on the 30th and not do it. That's wrong. It's lying. It's not okay. Someone came. Multiple people have come.
Yeah.
TKay, when I tell you, these videos get hundreds of comments. Someone will come and respond to almost all of them.
I've seen that, by the way.
To say, yeah, guys, you can't do that. They come and defend the critical thinking of the issues of national interest. That makes me so happy because we leave this thing of being emotional voters thinking, nah, I love Boko. He's my president. Rather, we focus on the issues and say, are you addressing the issue? Yes or no? Yes, great, my president. No, yeah, right, so fix. This is wrong. People that defend that way of thinking about our country, man, you can't put it into. It's bigger than me.
It is. It
helps.
I think
the
it
flag.
is.
It helps BW. It helps the 267.
And
as you like to say.
I love that you have that kind of heart. Something that is bigger than you. It's not about you and your feelings. It's just let's go to the issues and the promises and the facts, right? Yeah. Apparently we're out of time, and it's I know. We need a part 2.
No, really.
We really need a part 2.
Yes, please comment.
Let's
comment. Tell him.
Comment whatever it is.
More.
But we need you back.
Yeah.
What did I want to say in the last part, man? All the best in your campaign. You were telling me that you're running unopposed, yeah?
In my primaries.
In your primaries.
Am I going to give a closing statement?
Yeah. Please go ahead. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. You got to look into the camera.
All right.
I knew you were going to do this because you want to appeal to. Anyway, just do your thing, fam.
To TK's podcast, to his fans, guys, thank you so much for supporting the juice. Oh my God, I love this podcast so much. I'm a fan. Imagine you as a fan get called to the podcast. That's how I feel right now.
It's crazy.
Number 2, those who have come on TK's podcast, specifically my favorites. Ish, my brother Hoka, shout out to you. Tina Wingate or something like that. Hit me up on IG. I love you. Wame John or something like that.
Wame John.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Now those are my favorite 3.
That was dope episodes. Yeah.
Hit me up, and to those watching, look, think of the country. Think of the guys. There's nothing more important. Don't think politics is politics you choose to not associate because you're not a politician.
Of course.
Your president can wake up tomorrow and say, if you have the flu, you must be in your home for 21 days as a quarantine. They take away your freedom just like that. Your politics affects your day-to-day life.
Facts.
Don't be neglectful of that fact. I am here to further educate those on the issues that affect their day-to-day lives. Don't take me as someone's son, so I'm biased. I'm here for the country, not for myself, not for an individual, not for a party. And I pray that God keeps you all safe.
Yeah, I've never had that closing before. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy that possibly should have also been appointed to a ministerial position, but is too young for it, right? How old do you have to be?
They must put me in.
How old do you have to be?
No, I don't think the only thing is president, you must be 30. Anything else, I think.
Yeah, you're not 30 yet, so.
I know.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the opposition's son, he doesn't like that, but this is protege, Dumelang Saleshando's son, Loago Saleshando, SRC president at the BAC. Lutango, which we didn't talk about, business owner, digital marketing and all of that. Part 2, you better be on the lookout for all of that. He's a lot of things, wearing a coat of many colors. Leadership. B-Dub, be on the lookout for him. But from us, from the Juice 2.0, from Icon Barbershop, from Revelation Couture, God bless you, and do one thing for me. Stay juicy. Peace.